Greetings, welcome back to the Jump Off. It's your host, Doug, the Organic One, back at you for another episode. And today I want to talk to you guys about, some sports, little life lessons, a little intermingling, a little crossover. But let's jump straight into it. In every arena, defense wins championships. And I could say we definitely witnessed that with Shakur Stevenson just placing himself at the forefront of boxing. And Terence Crawford, we know, recently retired before this fight. And Shakur stepped in and delivered a masterclass, damn near flawless victory over Teofimo Lopez. And what may have seemed like an offensive masterclass, I feel like was really a masterclass of defense in disguise. This allowed Shakur to dominate the fight for the most part. And everybody knows, if you're a real boxing fan, we've all seen Teofimo Lopez do some amazing things in the ring. But Saturday night, I watched the fight in the bar, and I felt like everybody felt like they could step in there with him that night. And I feel like it was also a perfect metaphor for life and how you should govern yourself as well. And you don't have to constantly plot and probe for opportunities. When you conduct yourself correctly and handle your business and you build a strong reputation, envious people are going to attack you. And when they do, much like Shakur, you on your job because you on your defense and stuff, and they going to, rush in to come attack you. But to keep them off you for real, you pop their ass with that jab right in the mouth. So, and without remorse. And after a few encounters like that, those who oppose you, they understand and they build a reluctance, and they won't be so eager to, just rush in and try again. And someone who has intentions to make this a often occurrence, they'll sometimes draw a crowd and say, "Oh, you're mean, or you're this or you're that," and they'll try to paint you in a negative light for you reprimanding them and attempting to minimize. In attempt to minimize the fact that they were the ones that attacked you, and put themselves in position to be popped in the mouth. So somebody who's planning to make you a victim is gonna go that way and try to make people see you in a negative light. But somebody who's sensible, or somebody who did it who offended you on accident, they're gonna be more understanding of, that they violated and they had to be checked, and they're gonna adjust accordingly. And you should never feel guilty about doing that to somebody who has offended you, because at the end of the day, it's gonna keep happening if you don't say something about it. And then they can say, "Oh, I never knew I was doing this, that, and the third." So nip it in the bud off the jump. Cut that short. So, never make a man, woman, child, animal, anything comfortable disrespecting you in any walk of life. Honestly. Don't let nobody attack you without consequences coming behind it. When they reach, you teach. Another metaphor that we saw in the ring. Pop them square in the mouth. And some is going to take more than others, but until they learn and they come at you with some disrespect, pop them in the mouth. Eventually, you're going to gain their reputation that you're not one to be played with. You're not going to tolerate disrespectful advances. And that's, I feel like, how people should conduct themselves. But also, you know, don't be so consumed that, don't don't fall into being the person who always is uptight and on edge and seemingly waiting for disrespect to come. Like, live your life freely by all means. There's still people out here that got common sense. But yeah. Don't make excuses for people, but live your life freely. Like, you can feel, when you're being disrespected. You can feel it. Especially coming from somebody who always does it, who always tries to do it. You can always feel it. And it's like, even if they try to do it, sly, you can always feel that. You always feel like, even if it hits you later on, like, like some people say some stuff and you be like, what? But you always feel that. So don't make no excuses for people who do things like that to you. Like, it's unacceptable. In every walk is unacceptable. Like, I feel like, dealing with certain people, you gain a history. And I would say, bring me back to don't make excuses for people, believe the facts. Like, don't make bricks out of BS. Like, BS get hard when it get cold. Don't build a house with it. So like come on, man. When people give you backhandedness, like, respect your mind enough to observe reality clearly. Because, people are only gonna do what you allow. Everybody's heard that. And it's like, it's time tested, age old. Down to your grandma, you probably heard your grandma say that. People are gonna do what you allow. And in the same, I got another example for you. So, on a larger scale, Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso, for years, foreign nations pillaged Burkina Faso, and they were well aware that they were under selling these people, or under buying for the resources that they were gaining. So they were well aware that they were draining the resources unfairly, and they most certainly had no intention of being fair as long as it was allowed. So when Ibrahim Traoré took over the nation, he took control over the resources as well. So, long story short, he got all of the contracts right, got them kicked out the country, as far as, them controlling the resources, and they control the resources. And now the country's on its way to thriving and flourishing. And they're experiencing, real economic gains because of this, because of this, because of his willingness to not allow them to be pillaged for their resources, or essentially robbed, because that's nearly what it was, a greed robbery. So that's like, as long as you are in agreement with somebody and you're allowing them to do something to you, that is what you're going to get, because you're agreeing to it. So use your mind. Like, this is a testament. People are only going to continue what you allow. And the only way to stop an opportunist is through your effort and willingness not to tolerate whatever they're giving you, not to tolerate being taken advantage of. Rarely, and I haven't seen it, rarely will they just gain a conscience and be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Rarely are they going to bow out gracefully. Those type of people don't respect or don't possess a consciousness to be like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. BTA is what they understand. You have to be willing to defend yourself, or these people won't stop. And the way they are, they can't stop. Like, I really want to emphasize this message, especially to, like, the late teens entering adulthood, like the people in transition, the early 20s entering the workforce, whether it's trades, college, entry level position, into professional careers. Like, make it a habit to counter disrespect immediately, appropriately, assertively, and let it be that. Like, also, because these people that I'm making this message for are young, I don't want it to be confusion. So just to remove confusion and clarify, don't literally pop people in the mouth unless that force is necessary. But be sure to check disrespect directly and promptly. It don't have to be a whole argument. Just make sure it happens so they know that you're not going to put up with it, and let it be that. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out. This is a short episode. I'll be doing lives again when I have more adventures for y'all to come along with. But for now, since people only have a few hundred, they coming over here soaking up these gems, trying to make millions off of my game without my name, might I add. But I'll be returning to live soon. And once again, tell a friend, stay woke, cause motherfuckers is most certainly a joke. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.